Hey, 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 ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. It's probably late in the Philippines. I thought I'd do a surprise stream. Wasn't going to do one today. But you know what? No. Must do one. Hola! Good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're up to today, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Tin, how you doing? Ochi, how you doing? Raina, how you doing? Marcus, hello, good evening. I thought I'd just jump into a stream today. It won't be a long one, but I thought I'd jump into a stream today and I would play some Venari with you. So let's just get straight into it. Now, before we do get into this, I need to ask you a question. Fitzy, hey buddy. I didn't even tell you I was coming in, and look at that. Boom. Fitzy's like, I'm not messing about. I'm there. Whatever you're doing, he's like, I'm there. So, quick question. Do you prefer, okay, which is going to be known as version A, or do you prefer this, which we can call now version B? What do you want for today, chat? Version A or version B? What do you reckon? Version A or version B? It's up to you. Let me know. And yeah, whatever you decide, that's what we'll go with. So, all right, let me just try something. Okay, so I want to open up this because I want to be able to post this. Let's try something. Let's try and post something in the Discord. Falls the game. There we go. Let's just post that. Might not be allowed to put links in. All right, cool. So if you're here, hello, hello, hello. Ah, version B, right? Looks good, doesn't it? Looks good. Let me just go back. Let's do that again. So hold on. Version A. Okay, which is like just a normal, standard, undisputed noobs. All right, which need to change the logo actually. I'll update that later. But this, which is pretty cool, right? We like this. This works. It's good. It's nice. So this is version A, which looks good. Or this. Oh, version B. Hey Jay, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Rad, how you doing? Hey, hey, hey. I'm telling you, Miracle, this is good. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hey, it's cool, eh? I like this. Like this layout. So thank you for Gulliman for this. Awesome layout. So, all right, let's do this. There's a couple of things I want to talk about today. First is, what is this game, in case you don't even know what it is. The second is what's happening in this game. And then the third will be, let's actually play the game. So kind of three things I want to go through today. So if you're absolutely Gulapog, absolutely. I do need to get my chat up, so bear with me a second, because the chat I'm seeing is only Facebook's chat and not like the actual restream chat. And I see why now. Because it's like making me log in. Thanks, Restream. Love you too. Give me a sec, guys. I just need to log in to my Restream account. Let me just get this password. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. Okay. See, always make sure your passwords are secure. Never tell anyone what they are. All right, that's it. We're in. Nice. Okay, I can see the chat now. Sorry, I couldn't see the chat before. It was only Facebook chat. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, like, what is this game? because a lot of you don't know what this is. You haven't seen it before. Ryan, yes, I do. I do stream on Twitch as well. It's Undisputed Noobs. There is one person on Twitch right now, a lonely person, sitting and watching. And one on YouTube as well. So we're on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook tends to be the more popular option of all of them. But yes. Okay, so let me check this out. So, okay, what is Legends of Venari? Why am I involved in it? Why do I like it? What's going on? What's it all about? So, let me just break it down really, really easily for you. In the most simplistic turn, it's Pokemon it's crypto Pokemon. That's it. All right, that's the easiest way to explain it. Now, Pokemon Go, you used to have to like run around and actually go to places and use like augmented reality in a way to be able to catch your Pokemon, right? This is slightly different. You can sit on your bum and do it. You don't have to go anywhere. Desktop and mobile, but you will basically, and I'll show you this now, you will go to different places, and those places have these, like Venari. I call them pets, but they're like Venari that spawn, and then you can try and capture them. So the game's changing, it's updating, it's got a few tweaks, and we'll talk about those in a minute as well. I'm just going to clean my glasses because my dogs slobbered all over my face when I went downstairs a minute ago. And I'm kind of just checking in on them at the moment. So on my home security system, you can kind of just see my dogs. They're just kind of chilling there at the moment. They're kind of just, they're asleep, which is cool. All their dog toys are everywhere, but they're cool. So I'm watching them. So yeah, what this is a game where it's like a collector's game, right? So if I come into my, if you like, inventory, this is where you can see all of the Venari that I have caught. Okay, so if I look at any of the tier 2s that I've caught, there's a couple there. You can see these. These are pretty cool, by the way. So you can look at these, you can see them, and so you might have seen like screenshots. People have posted these. You kind of want to get an idea of how this works. You have bait. You lay your bait. The bait attracts Venari. You then have a chance to capture the Venari, and if you capture them, you can show them off. Now, later there will be more mechanics. It's a very early game right now, so we're basically playing it with the trust that in the future it will expand and evolve. But that's how every game starts, right? You always kind of look back on games and say, oh, I wish I was there at the start, or oh, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd been there. But this is actually where you have that opportunity, right? You can actually be there right now. So, like with anything, it's kind of, are you willing to put in the work at the start without the promise of, well, you know, with the idea of a reward, but no promise of a reward. And that's kind of what this is right now. This is a game that is in alpha right now. And here's the thing. The only way to play this game, is you need a pass. Okay, so if I look at my passes right now, you'll see there are two types of pass. There is an alpha pass or a gilded pass. So there's two types of pass. And think of it like a standard or a VIP pass. That's the kind of the difference. So if I was to open up the white paper, which I'm just going to do very, very quickly now to show you. Sorry, I've actually got like something caught on my nail. It's really annoying. I won't go through this with you because I think you can kind of go through it yourself. If you go onto their website, it's legendsofvenari.com. Legendsofvenari.com. In fact, let's do this together because if we do it together, then there's no excuse, right? You've seen how it's done. So go to their website, legendsofvenari.com, and at the top it says white paper. So you can click on that. And I'm just going to go down to the pass system because I want you to understand, because this is the most important thing. If you're interested in the game, this is the most important thing to explain to you. And obviously, there's a couple of lessons here as well that I learned the hard way. So there are three factions. There's the red, which is known as a Talor. There is the blue, which is named as the Azul. And there is the green, which is known as the Vestal. So the Vestal. So there is the red, green, and blue here. And there are two types of passes. There is the Gilded Pass and the Alpha Pass. So the Gilded Pass went on sale in October. Okay? John, I hear you, man. We'll cover that in a minute. Don't you worry. We're going to go through that. Their Gilded Pass went on sale for a week in October, and the price was 0.18 ETH. 0.18 ETH. And there were 600 of these. There were 600. That's it. There will not be any more. That's it. 600 of these. Now, what are the perks of the Gilded Pass, and why would you want to get one? Well, you get exclusive access to the alpha season, which is going to run until the end of February. Okay, so you basically get a month access of the game ahead of anyone else. You get the Valkyrie role. Now, this is what's interesting. The Valkyrie role gives you access to Discord and private channels. They're good, and they're worth being in. You'll get exclusive airdrops. You'll also get exclusive AMA and discussions with the core team. You get a 10% in-game shop discount, which does make a difference. You'll also get a small amount of premium currency. Premium currency is their in-game currency. It's called CC. And you'll get a bonus percentage on premium currency purchases. So they're the perks. The other perks is that the Gilded Pass generates a Gilded Base Pass. You can obtain a maximum of between 3 to 10 Gilded Base Passes per Gilded Pass. And it generates 1 Gilded Base Pass per month with active gameplay. So you need to be able to do a month. Every day that you are active and logging into the game counts as a day. It's actually 20 days. 20 days. So if you play for 20 days consistently, you will unlock, for 20 days, you will unlock a Gilded Base Pass. What is a Gilded Base Pass? Well, I'll explain in a moment. But before we get there, let's just have a quick look at the Gilded Passes. Remember, 0.18 ETH to start. The floor price right now is 1.49 Ether. Right now. So when you look at all of these, you'll see that there's a 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, up to 1.8. So you might ask yourself, well, I'll just go and get the cheapest one. And that's what I did. And I paid 1.5 Ether for mine. But what you need to do on OpenSea, and you should always do this when you're looking at NFTs, any NFT, is look on the left-hand side and see what is available. So here we go. We can see the factions. There's 195 Talor, 199 Azul, and 206 Vestal. Okay. And then you need to look at the obtainable base passes. Remember, you can get between 3 to 10, and it's randomly minted. 3 to 10. And once they're locked, they're locked. So if I look at the cheapest one available, and I click on this, and I scroll down to levels, it has 6 out of 10 base passes. 6 out of 10. All right, now if I was to go back and go to the next one and look down at levels, this one only has 4 out of 10. So it's actually going to be better for you to pick this one up and get an additional 2 base passes. What does that mean? Well, remember what I said. Every 20 days, it unlocks a base pass. So 20 days, you get 1. 40 days, you'll have 2. 60 days, you'll have 3. After 80 days, you'll have 4. And then this base pass, that's it. You won't get any more. You've got 4. That's it. Whereas with this first base pass, 20 days later, you've now got 5. 20 days later, you've now got 6. So this gives you 2 additional base passes, gilded base passes. So you need to consider the levels. They're important. You then also need to consider the faction that you want to be in. If I look at Talor at the moment, the cheapest one is 1.5. Okay? But if I was to look at Azul, for example, again 1.5. Vestal is going to be 1.49. So you need to understand what faction do you want and what level. Now, obtaining base passes for a gilded, you really kind of want 6 as a minimum. As a minimum, you want 6. So look, 1.49. The next one is 1.9. Actually, this is a really good deal. If I don't get stream sniped, I'm going to go and buy this. This is actually a really good deal. And it's actually cheaper than the one that I bought. And it has more levels than the one that I bought. So I absolutely will go and buy this if no one else does. So I don't front run me. But if you are looking to get into the game, that is a good deal. But you don't need to pay that much. You might be looking at it and go, I'm not paying that. That's like $3,500. And that's fine. I get that. So you want to look at the levels and you want to look at the properties. So this is a Vestal. So red is the most sought after, then blue, then green. Green is the most common. So that's the gilded base pass. So let's go back. Then you have the alpha pass. There's 3,150 of them. They minted for a price of 0.11 ETH. Okay. And they were available for purchasing on December the 12th. So just over a month ago. Exclusive access to the alpha system, 5% in-game discount, and a small amount of currency at the start of each season. A lot of stuff you don't get, which is why the gilded's so much better. Also, this will create base passes. And it's, again, 1 to 7. But this one gives you gilded base passes. So this one does not create base passes. It's like a level above. So a base pass just allows you to play the game starting from season 1. Okay, you can obtain a maximum of 1 or 2 base passes per base pass. It's random. And it costs you to create new ones. So there'll be a minting cost, which will be part of the premium currency. Okay, so you'll have to pay to create these. But you can, one pass can at least create one more pass. The reason they've done this is because they want the game to organically grow. They want it to grow naturally, and they want people to be able to come into this game, but they're going to allow people to do it this way. So alpha passes and gilded passes, they will generate base passes at no cost, but base passes can generate additional base passes with a cost. And so that is why if you've got a gilded pass, especially if you've got 6, then you'll get 6 gilded passes. And those 6 gilded passes will have between 1 to 3 base passes. So not only are you going to be building out your passes vertically, you also want to try and build your passes out horizontally as well, because then you're going to have more. So why do you want additional passes? Well, 2 reasons. 1, you can sell them. You can go onto, as you've seen, OpenSea, and you can sell them. And they only have the alpha passes right now, but they will be looking, and the team have already said they will be looking to retain value in their pass system. There's going to be a difficulty curve, which means that the more passes on the marketplace, the more expensive they'll be to mint, which will in turn, they'll control that. So at the moment, the floor price of the alpha pass is 0.52. All right, the cheapest one at the moment, 0.52. And here you can see the blues, the greens, and the reds. Okay. Now what you want to do is look at the levels. Again, out of 7. If you go for a 7 out of 7, the cheapest pass is 0.78. The cheapest red one is 3.8 ether right now. No one's paying that. I'm telling you now. No one's paying that. So then you have a look at 6s. Well, okay, well, maybe I'll settle for a 6. All right, there's a 0.746. So if you want a red pass, 0.74. All right, that's a fair price. I paid between 0.6 and 0.7 for each of mine. So you really kind of want 6 to 7 because this is going to build out that horizontal pass structure. Because each of those 6 will then be able to generate 1 and generate 1 and generate 1. And so you can build it out that way. If you can get 7s, even better. But if you can't get 7s, then definitely go for 6s. This one here, which I just clicked on. Oh, seems to have gone already. Let's go for the 6s. So this one is a 6 out of 7. Okay. I think the next one I saw, was it a 7 out of 7? I'm not sure. But anyway, you can choose. All right. So that's one thing to consider. So what was that? 0.69 for a 6. 0.89 for a 7. So 6s or 7s, both good. So yeah, that's what you might want to do. Now what I did in the game is I went and purchased 2 of each. I've got 2 green, 2 blue, 2 red, and a gilded. Okay, so the gilded gives me access to all the VIP channels. Again, only 4 base passes, which is why I'm going to go and get the 6, because it will give me 2 extra. I definitely want to buy that. So then I've got my 2 green, my 2 red, and my 2 blue. So a 6 and a 7, 2 6s, and a 6 and a 7. Okay, that's what I'm going to be able to build out. I might try and swap one of these 6s for a 7, and I'm going to try and swap this 4 for a 6. That's my agenda here. So why do you need a pass? Well, you can't access the game unless you've got a pass. You need a pass to access the game. So what you do is you will click on your pass and you would activate it. There we go. My pass is activated. And it only activates for 24 hours and then it deactivates. And that's fine. You can reactivate it. You can also click on this to auto reactivate it so that it's always activated. This makes life easier in case you're not around. You might not want to play the game, but you might still want to profit from the game. So how do you do that? Well, you can introduce a scholarship system to this game. People in the Philippines, people around the world can't necessarily afford to buy a pass. And if they can't afford to buy a pass, you could buy one for them. What that means is you can rent out your passes. So if I just go back to my passes again, let's have a look at this one, for example. If I click on this pass and scroll down, you'll see it is actually rented out to Gracie. So Gracie is currently using this pass. And what does that mean? Well, I have an agreement with Gracie where she has requested to borrow this pass. I have lent this pass to her. And as a result, I get 50% ownership of anything that she catches within the game. So any assets that she generates within the game, I own 50% of them. What does that mean? It means that if Gracie decides to sell something in the future, I will get 50% of whatever she sells it for. So that being said, there is a way in the future that you will be able to create a passive income by owning passes. And that is why we're looking to build out a scholarship system. Now, there is no economy in the game right now. It's early. So anybody that is in the game at the moment, they are playing the game, one, to get to know the game, to level up, and two, because there are specific Venari in the game right now that after alpha season will not exist ever again. Meaning that if the game becomes popular and people want to buy them, they will be rare. When they're rare, the price goes up, you understand. So that's how you do it. It's so simple. You choose your percentage, you lend it out. We did a 50-50 split, and that's it. And it's auto-activated. So a very, very simple scholarship system. Beautiful, in fact. Very nice. I retain the passes. The passes are still in my account. They're in my wallet. Okay, they're in a hard wallet and they're stored and they're safe and secure. And I use them to access the game, and that's it. If I sell the pass to someone else, then that person logs into the game, then they can access it. Because all this is doing right now, this game, is it is accessing my MetaMask wallet, and it is checking, are these passes in my MetaMask wallet? Yes, they are. If the pass is removed from my MetaMask wallet, then it will not show up here anymore. So you can rent them out to different people. I could deactivate. Once that scholarship has ended, I can then give it to a different person. I will still get the 50% if the first person sells anything, but it's done when you catch them. It's done in that moment. It's done on a smart contract. So very clever. So very nicely done. So that's the pass system and the game. So what's the game? Well, you start off and you are in the world of Tetra. Okay, Tetra is a world and it's made up of different locations. We have the city, the forest, the slums, a place called Lyra. We have the groves. We have the ruins. Okay, and we also have the mountains. So you can come to any of these places. Now, when you start, you can only go to these two. Then you unlock as you level up. Okay, there are 2 levels here. There's your account level, and my account level is 11. And then there is the world level for this world. Let me give you a secret. Every season, there will be a new world. A new world will have new Venari. All right, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to come back to the previous worlds. No guarantee. So you need to be able to level up. So every season, everyone will reset to level 1. Okay, so here, as you can see, I can access these levels, but this one is locked. I need to reach world level 9 to unlock, and I'm only world level 7. So I can't unlock this, and this one needs level 10. So I haven't progressed far enough through the game to unlock these levels. Now, after this world, I can go to the next world. This is called Hyena. And Hyena, as you'll see, if I just refresh this game. Oh, I'm not there, so I can't do it. I mean, if I go to Hyena, and I'll go there in a minute, you'll see, you'll get a different... This is just showing me Tetra at the moment. I can't see it. But if I go there, I'm not going to do it because I have to pay gold, then you'll see there's a different world level. So I can go to the first 2 places. Then as I unlock, I can go to the 3rd place. Now, right now, I can't go to the preserve because I'm not at world level 4 in Hyena. And there's actually more places to go here. Facility, grasslands, lake, so on and so forth. So what's important about this to know? Well, certain locations have got shops. Not all of them. You have to click see more. This one has a shop. I can go and buy these items in this shop. Here, there's no shop. No shop. Here, there is a shop. Okay? Now, what can I buy in this shop? Well, these are known as rigs. And a rig is what you use to catch Venari. Okay? When you start the game on a basic level, you have a makeshift rig. It is just a makeshift rig. All right? And you use this. And as you go through the game and start to upgrade your items, and you have a general rig, a fighting rig, and a play rig. But as you start to upgrade your rig, you have more chance of catching your Venari. So you don't use the makeshift anymore, we use the standard. And then as you go through the levels, you upgrade. Okay, there'll be other things in the future. So then you need to consider you need your rig and you need some bait. These are some baits that I have. Different Venari respond to different bait. So that's it. Then what you would do is you would go to a location. Okay, so I'm here. In fact, let's go to the city to start with. We go to city. Now, you don't pay gold to travel within the world, but you do pay gold to travel between worlds. So, now I'm in the city. I'm here. I go to my expedition, and these are the Venari that have appeared. I laid a Lurkin egg, and these are the Venari that have appeared. There's a Follicry. Okay, I can close that one down. There is a Laticus. All right, and there is another Follicry. But this is an earth Follicry. This one's an earth, and this one is an air. There are 6 different elements within the game, and if I can figure out just where I put it, because I actually don't know where it is. Here it is, 1 sec. Right now, this is not going to be accurate after today, pretty much, but it is for now. These are all, this is, by the way, this is compliments of DLS. So this is the Delicious Legends of Venari cheat sheet. So compliments to DLS for taking the time and effort to create this. It's very well used at the moment. So you can see there's like nearly 100 people using this. This kind of gives you an idea. So these are all of the Venari, and these are the elements: air, ice, water, fire, earth, and nature. So, and let me just make this a little bit bigger as well so you can see this on screen. There we go. That's better. So what we have here is we have these Venari, okay? And they have combos. There are 3 combos, and you need to get the combos correct to catch the Venari. So let's go back to the game, okay? And let's take our cheat sheet for now. So this is an air Follicry. So I put my rig down. I'm going to use my generalist rig for now. That's fine. And I'm going to use 2 energy to go into this expedition. Now remember, this is air. So an air Follicry. So let's go back. Okay, I'm going to type up here. It's going to Follicry. There we go. Now this is green. It means because it's green, it is only available to the green pass holder. If you have a red pass, you'll never see this. If you have a blue pass, you will never see this. And when you activate a pass, whatever color pass you activate, that is your pass for that season. You cannot, even if you change pass, say I activate a green pass and then I go and buy a red pass, I can't then swap my account is locked into that pass for that season. So right now, I can only get these green. So Follicry, only green. Okay, so now I know I've got a Follicry, which is air, and it tells me I should be doing play, fight. Okay, so here we go. Here he is. Play, and it gives me an alert and a prompt, and these are what are important. These are what you need to understand. These prompts are what will tell you whether you got it right. Well, whether you got it right or wrong. So the play worked. So we go play again. Yes, it likes me. Then we have a fight. Yes, it likes me. My odds have gone from average to good to now excellent. So now because I've got my excellent odds, I can try and catch it. And there you go. Congratulations. I caught it. That's it. I now have it. It's mine. And so now when I go back home, I can select new bait, set the bait, and off I go. X0, you're like, why? Why what, my friend? It's a good question, but I need more context. Why what? Just why? Okay. So now I've been here. So let me go to my next location. So what I've done is I've put bait down in all these different locations. And now I'm going to go here. Okay, and we're going to see. So again, we can see there is a lorry. There is a bush. So a bush is kind of unknown. Oh no, there's a bush, which is unknown, which means anything could spawn there. And again, there's another Follicry. Well, a Follicry, as I know, is rare because it is only available to me. So I'm always going to capture this if I can. And also, there's a green dot here. Green dot means common, means tier 1. Green is tier 1, blue is tier 2, purple is tier 3, and yellow is tier 4. Okay, tier 4 is legendary. If you find and capture a tier 4, you are very, very lucky. So tier 4 are going to be worth the most. Tier 3 are going to be worth a lot. Tier 2 may be worth some, and tier 1 probably not worth much at all. So you kind of want to rush to get to tier 3. But you're not going to catch tier 3 unless you've got the upgraded rigs. So there's an element of grinding in this game where you need to level up. But you can't just sit and spam it because you've got limited energy. So you need to really focus on this game. And when you start the game, you only have 10 energy. So it takes about 2 weeks to be able to get yourself to a place where you've got everything you need. So yeah, there's a grind to this game. You have gold, and you need to spend gold to get bait. And then you have energy, which you need to spend to catch. So you put your bait down, then you catch. So there's a lot to consider. It's a good game. It is a good game. So I put my rig down. So again, I know it's a Follicry, so I'm going to come across here. All right, and this one, remember, is an earth, okay? Slightly different, earth. So now I look, fight, play, fight. So what I could do now, and it doesn't matter for tier 1, because I know there's 2 fight commands, I might take in the fight rig instead, because there's multiple fights. And there's more chance of getting better odds, so normal odds. So it's said to start, I want to go fight, play, fight, okay? So we go fight. Now look, it says it was wrong. All right, now I go play. Good. Now I go fight. Excellent. I lose my money on CCAR. I don't know what CCAR is. Kakar. Oh, I'm sorry if you've lost your money. I'm not sure what you mean though. Catch. Yeah, we called it. Great. So, oh, crypto cars. Oh, I don't know. I've not heard of crypto cars, mate. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of bad games out there. So, and there's a lot of good games out there. You know, there's both. Like, there's people that play games because they like games, and there's people that play games because they like money. Like, look at Axie, for example. Axie. It's going to be a great game, but at the moment, SLP is really low, so people say it's a bad game. Axie's not a bad game. It's just SLP's low. So you got to depend. It depends on what you're looking for. With this game, very active devs. There's no money to be made in it at the moment, but there's the potential that you can earn money in the future. And again, remember, at the end of the season, a lot of these aren't going to exist anymore. So, for example, let me come back here. I'm just going to lay some bait. There's events that happen. So there's an event that is happening right now. So if I look at the tier 2 that I've captured, this is known as a Calor. And this Calor, tier 2, So tier 1 is standard, by the way. Let me actually go back a screen. So if I look at a tier 1, all right, tier 1 is just, there's no background on it. It's just a tier 1. It just looks like this. Still cute, still nice, good graphics. Good graphics. The head, the ears, the tail, the attention to detail, very, very good, like polygon styled. It's nice. But if I then go to a tier 2, you know a tier 2 because it has a background. So now it has a background, and tier 3 has even more. So this has a badge with it. It's a Genesis because everyone in Alpha is Genesis, which means that has a rarity to it. And this is an event special. Now, this event ends next week. In fact, I think it's about the 3rd of... I think it's the 3rd of February. I think. Might be the 6th. I need to check. In fact, let me check on Twitter. I need to go to Legends of Venari. Okay. And they'll tell me on here because there's a lunar event. Yeah, look, February 4th. Until February the 4th. That's it. So, you can collect these. You need to use this. Okay. This, you need to find out where they are. So, you need to use this. Which is a Laranth bait. Alright. Introducing our first exclusive event. Today we kick off the winter event. For 2 weeks, players have a chance to catch this. And the other thing you can get is a serialized one. So another badge here is the first 100 that are caught have a serial number. That makes them rare as well. So now you've got different badges that make them rare. And you also have, like, what is its constellation? What is its element? Okay, there's only 904 of these caught in the world. That's it. And I own 3 of them, in fact. Well, 1 of these. So this is what people are doing at the moment. People are actually gathering these with the belief that in the future they'll be able to sell them on a marketplace and they should be worth some money. Okay? That's the concept behind it. So, with that being said, we're going to continue. So, we're in Tetra at the moment. We're going to go to active baits. And again, it will improve. The devs are listening to feedback. They're very active, and it'll be good for us to be able to, you know, get different dashboards for our scholars and for the places you're in and the filters. It'll improve, but for an alpha game, it's really good. Very complete, very nice UI. I like this game. So let's go here. We're going to go back here, and we're going to have a look at what's been caught. These ones, we don't really care about these very much. We're going to go here. I don't even remember what I need to use. It was a lack. So this is a fight, play. Okay, cool. So we're going to go for a fight, a play, and a play. Catch. Yeah. Nice. So there we go. Back home. Lay the bait again. And we actually made some cheat sheets for this game as well. So here's a couple of cheat sheets that we made. We've changed them since, but this gives you an idea. So this was like the things that we recommend people catching in the day. And this is the things that we recommend people catching in the night. X0, the thing that I would recommend to you would be not to chase your losses. I think emotionally people get very connected to money that they lose. But if you chase trying to recover that money, you'll probably lose more money. So my recommendation to you would be emotionally to let that go and to disconnect from it. It's gone. You've lost it. Shit happens. Move on. But yes, you can look for new projects. But I wouldn't go into a project only looking to make money. You'll probably end up going into the same problem that you had in the first place. I would go into a game that you enjoy playing, and you enjoy playing it so much that you don't care whether you earn money or not. And then if the money comes as a byproduct of playing the game, then that's a bonus. But I definitely wouldn't go into a game thinking I need to find a project just to get my money back. That tends to lead to a gambling style spiral that doesn't always end well. Just my advice. You do you. Obviously, you do you. But that's what I would say. Yeah, but in terms of low cost, low to entry games, Sunflower Land will be fantastic for a low barrier entry game. And this as well with the scholarship model, obviously Axie, Pegaxie, all of those on a scholarship model will allow you to grind. But they're all going to be similar. Like, you know, you can look at Axie and say SLP's low. Pegaxie, you can say it's good, but it won't last. Sunflower Land is not online at the moment. This has no game mechanics in it. So, like, you know, you've got to consider everything's still being built at the moment. So it takes time. Let's go to the next location. And we're going to go here right now, which is Lira. Now, it costs a lot more money here. Now, it costs, if I want to do an expedition, it's going to cost me 10 energy. Now, I don't want to go and do this here unless I know I'm going to capture something. And I haven't got anything here that I want to capture. Definitely don't want to pay for him. So what I'm actually going to do is just end the expedition. I'm going to end it, and I'm going to waste my bait. So yes, it's cost me my bait, but I haven't wasted 10 energy, because once your energy's gone, it's gone. So we just waste the bait and we launch another one. And this is being dealt with in the patch, which is coming out soon, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So now I've done everything here. Because I've been talking, I can probably come back and do it again. So let's come back here. We're going to go and grab this one. Just do this quick. Again, 2 energy now. The first 3 locations have 2 energy. I don't actually know what I'm meant to do. I think I've got that all wrong and I've lost it. There we go. Did that completely wrong. This is why you need to pay attention to what you're doing and figure this out. So that was a waste of an egg and some energy. But good to show you. So let's try this one. All right, so this one is a Crema. I don't even know what it is. And this one is an Algala. So I don't even know what I need. So let's go for this one. Crema. I need to have a look because I don't actually know. Okay, what was it called? C-E-R. Crema, I'm saying. Oh, yeah, so I want this because it's green. All right, so I always want to prioritize these because they're green. And if you're into the game and you're like, oh, which one was it? I can right-click on its thing here and it will tell me it's water. All right, because the picture will show me it's water. All right, so I know I've got this water. So play, fight, play. So play, fight. And because I've got excellent, I don't need to do the third one. I can just go for a catch. As long excellent's the best odds you can get. Remember, this is all changing. Probably tomorrow. There's we'll go through the update in a minute and we'll talk about it. There's patch notes out for it to change. So, okay, so now I've done these. They've all reset. So now I can go across to the other world. Pay my 1,000 gold, and now I'm in the other world. So now, oh, what's this? This is new. I've not caught one of these before. So I've got this one, and this one. This one I've not seen before, so I'm going to try and catch this. A Val tree, okay? So let's type in here. Oh, nice. It's green as well. So again, because it's green, yes, there is a chance to lose it. Even if you get everything right, there's a chance with RNG, random number generators. Even if you get everything right, there's a chance that you'll still lose it. And even if you get everything wrong, there's a chance you'll get it. Kind of works both ways. Oh, wow. So what do I need to do for this one then? This is a fire. I don't need to do anything. Play, fight, fight. But look, ideal bait for some of them because there's feed options. So fire is play, fight, fight. This is the only tier 1 that's available. The rest are all tier 2. So this is a good one to get. So we want play, fight, fight. So we're going to take in the fight rig. Play, fight, fight. Let's go for it. So we're going to go for a play. It liked it. Good. We're going to go for a fight. It liked it. Excellent. Let's go for a catch. We called it. Awesome. We got it. Very, very nice. It's exclusive. It's exclusive to the green pass, which is nice. So now let's go back and have a look at it. Well, let's lay some more bait to start with. Okay, we're going to lay our bait. We're going to come back to our overview. And we're going to have a look. This is so cool. So here we go. We have a Genesis. And this is a Genesis that was caught. There's 41,000 of them in existence. All right, so we have one of 41,000. But pretty cool, right? So that's it. That's the game. You have you've got a blue pass, and you've got the fire. One of these. Oh, it is universal. Ah, no. Hold on. Let me go back to the sheet. No. All right, the sheet's been. There's a mistake in the sheet then because that is green. So if I zoom out of the sheet, and again, it's fine. It's just a mistake in the sheet. I can't edit the sheet. The idea behind this sheet is that the white ones are universal. The yellow one is the event exclusive. And then the red one should be only for red. Okay, the green one should be only for green pass. The blue one should be only blue pass. But that one is actually green as well. So yes, obviously that one is that one shouldn't be green. I don't know why it is. Some reason why. I can't change the sheet. So okay. Again, you can only use the data that you have in front of you, and this data is not 100% accurate. But then that's fine. It is what it is, right? I still appreciate them for creating it. It's still good that they've done it. All right, so let's go back to active baits. Let's check. So we are here. Let's see what we've got. So we know what that is. We know what this is. This is a water. But this one, we do want this one. This is a Mika. So if we look at Mika. Actually, no, it doesn't matter, this. It actually doesn't matter. But this will be an air Mika because these are common. Air Mikas are common. The other ones are tier 2 and tier 3. So, but we're going to go for it anyway. So, improve rig. I could create a copy. Yes, that is correct. However, if I have a copy, then if they update it, I won't get those updates on the copy. So, there is a bonus to using the original version. I think this is all play, personally. Mika should be all play. Play, play, play. Play, play, play. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember that. That was over the hedge, right? Let me go to YouTube very quickly. And play, play, play. Over the hedge. Do you remember this? Hold on. Here, this is it. Oh my god, I love this.
I'm giving this back so they won't kill us.
Vern, you
Play.
don't understand. We
Play.
need stuff.
No, we don't.
You can't take it.
Where is it?
Yes, I can.
Let go.
You.
I have to have it. No. Stop.
Where is it? Hold on.
Play.
Huh?
Play?
Oh.
Play. Play, play, play.
Play, play, play.
Play, 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 play.
Play. That's all I remember that from. Over the hedge. Anyway, my bad. I digress. Play. Play. I don't need to do a third one. I can go for a catch. And see, even though it was excellent, I still lost it. So, there we go. Play, 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 play. I need to soundbite that and add it. It's going to go alongside. It's one of them. All right, so we've just been there. Let's go to our active baits. Let's have a look down. Here we go. There's the next one. Let's do that. Oh, wow, loads here. Loads here. So these... All right, so let me check these then. So, yeah, they're not that important. And they're green as well, so I don't really care about them. Mika as well. Airlect and this one, yeah. So I think of all of those choices, I'm going to go for the Mika. We're going to go for the play rig this time because it's all play. And we're going to go for a play and a play. Excellent catch. And we got it this time. Nice, nice. So again, a bit more in terms of speeding up. And a bit more we can get done. All right, let's look. So now, everything's been reset. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah, we've got 3 locations, which is good. So now I can come back to this first one again. Do it again. Hey, I've got this one again. I'm actually going to... I think of these 2 choices, I'm going to take this one because I really like this. It was this vaulty thing. The one that's green, which shouldn't be. And it was the fire, which means it should be play, fight, fight. So we're going to go for that again. Use the fight rig. We'll do play, fight, fight. We're good. Catch. We still called it. Even though we got 2 wrong and we got a good, we still called it. Which is nice. You've never done less than 3. You know if you do all 3 actions, you get a bonus. Is that confirmed? Because if you do the third... If you've got excellent, you can't go above excellent. So if you've got excellent and you do the third one, and even if it's the right action, if it marks it as wrong, you could lose your excellent down to good. So actually, I think it's more of a negative to do all three. You've confirmed it with the dev that if you do all three, you get a bonus. What bonus do you get though? Bonus chance of catching, bonus XP. What is the bonus? All right. It's offset by the rig. Okay, cool. I don't know. If you've spoke to the devs, then nice. You probably know more about this than me at the moment. I'm still quite new to this game, still learning. I am undisputed as a noob, especially in this game. So, check bait. Let's look at this location. Yeah, don't really want to catch that. But then again, I suppose it doesn't matter because I'm only going for, at this stage, my XP. See, I'm at level 2 in this world. I need to get to level 6. Not 100% sure what the bonus is, but everyone says it's worth doing all 3 actions. All right, then I'll do all 3 actions. All right, let's go here. I'm actually going to grab this. So this is the Laticus again. See if we can find him. And which one was he? The Earth, which is a fight, fight, fight. Okay, so I'm not going to take that rig. I'm going to take the fight rig. And we're just going to go for a fight, fight, fight. Excellent. Catch. Good. Nice, we got it. Put an egg down again. Go back. And that's it. That's the game right now. That's all we need to do. So make sure I go to the right place. I think I can do this one as well. Get the Mika. Going to go for the play rig this time. Don't need to check because we know. Play, play, play. See, I got it wrong, but it's still excellent. Okay. But I still lost it. Now, maybe I would have called it if I only did 2. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so that's them done. Now I can come back to the first. Paid 1,000 gold coins. Come back to the first. And I'm going to catch these again. Now, this follow thing. What was this one? This was the Earth, which is... And there's a golden one here as well, look. There's a golden one in the glowing forest. In the golden forest, you could get one. I know it's not paratruffle. So, fight, play, fight. Fight, play, fight. I got 2 wrong. He ran away. It is what it is. Still got 30 out of 60 energy, which is good. Can keep going. Alright, we'll go for this water. So water one is going to be play, play, fight. Play, play, fight. Again, looks bad. Still runs away. So these might even be wrong now. I don't know. But now obviously it's costing me a lot more in terms of gold and time. So, and energy. So... Okay, I've only just started that one, so that's my bad. Okay. Now we've got this one, which is the slums. We're going to go for the random this time. I can't remember what this one was. This is the Laticus one, isn't it? Fight, play, play. Nice. All right, I've got one more to do. So let's do one more. We'll just put that bait down for a minute. And let's have a look at and see if there is, because I really want to catch one of these. No, there's not one there at the moment, which is a shame. So we're going to leave the bait down for another 45 minutes, see if we can catch ourselves a color. We'll come back to that in a minute. Maybe we'll catch one. So, all right, now that's happening. Let's have a look at the update. And let's talk about the update for a minute. So I'm just going to zoom in on this so we can read it together. In fact, let me just clean this page up so we can just let me just get rid of there we go. Let me just get rid of all of the rubbish. There we go. And all of this. There we go. There we go. Nice. Nice and clean. All right. Let's look through this together, shall we? I'm going to have a bit of my cup of tea, bear with me. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Note, this current patch rundown is still tentative and subject to change until the patch goes live. Treat this as an early patch preview for now. January the 28th, which I believe is today. Woohoo! So it is today. Okay. Alright, okay, so this is the big one. The second of our major gameplay patches in the alpha season, and there is a lot to go over. As such, the patch notes will be delivered in a patch rundown style with accompanying design thoughts throughout this patch notes to help explain why certain decisions have been made. If you only want to read the patch notes, scroll directly to the bottom just for the list of changes. Patch rundown by... I've got to make sure I pronounce his name right. I think it's Ardine. I can't pronounce this bit. I don't know how this is pronounced. I've been calling him Ardoin, but I don't know if I get that right. Arduin? How do I got to pronounce your name right? I'm so sorry. I apologise. A thing I hate is pronouncing people's names wrong. It embarrasses me, so I apologise. Anyway, Ard says, because that's your new name, internally I dubbed this as anti-RNG patch, as we really wanted to begin shifting away from the RNG. RNG just means random number generator, so the randomness. We want to start shifting away from the RNG creating difficulty in Legends of Venari. From the data and play patterns we observed since January the 7th's hotfix, more and more players are now realising and utilising the combo system in the minigames. This is indeed what we wanted, and we really like the community collaboration in discovering all of the combos and information. However, due to the simplified fact that the game would become strictly RNG dependent, once all the correct information was deduced, 3x correct combo success equals runaway anyone. This would ultimately create a lack of player skill expression and limit us on how generous we could be on the RNG. We really didn't like this RNG centric approach, so we're shifting more heavily now towards the model where spawns are RNG dependent as always, but the new updated combo system is really now all about accumulating experience and knowledge, which should allow players' skill to shine through more. Alright. Bait spawning changes. Minimum amount of spawns on tier 2 bait has been increased from 2 to 3. Minimum amount of spawns on a tier 3 bait has been increased from 2 to 4. Tier 3 bait chances of triggering a tier 3 has been slightly reduced. Tier 3 bait timers have been reduced from 20 hours to 12 hours. So there's less chance of seeing one, but more chance that one will show up. So who knows, we'll see how that works. First, the adjustments of the spawning mechanisms. We've heard and seen your concerns. I like this. I tell you why I like this. They listen to the community. The community have spoken and they've heard them, and they have created a patch to deal with concerns. That's nice. That means the developers listen to the community. Positive tick for the game. Okay, so we've heard and seen your concerns for getting 2x Laticus on the long 20-hour baits, so we're increasing the amount of guaranteed spawns on the tier 2 and 3 to help provide more chances for rarer to spawn. To compensate for these additional guaranteed spawns, the January the 7th increase to the chances to trigger a tier 3 off of a tier 3 bait has been dialed back a small amount. This was done to keep the expected chance to spawn a tier 3 closer to our live values while still being an overall buff. Not bluff. Buff. Furthermore, day-night cycles were causing some inconvenience for players on certain time zones and overly complicated the timings of the placement of 20-hour baits. Whilst we liked the high-level artificial complexity, we found it too unclear and too complex for players to fully grasp and utilise. For now, until we find a better solution in the future, tier 3 bait timers have been reduced to 12 hours to easily fit in each day-night cycle. Minigame changes. New. Tier 2 Venari now have 5 actions in Expedition. 5 actions. Tier 3 now have 9 actions. What? Base capture chance of Tier 2 has been increased by 25%. Base capture chance of Tier 3 has been increased by 33%. I've split up all of the minigame changes into 3 sections so they're easier to digest at one time. Overall, the number of actions for Tier 2 and Tier 3 has been increased to 5 and 9 actions respectively. This expanded combo system gives us more design space to work with, increasing the difficulty of capturing Tier 2s and 3s without utilising RNG. By shifting the difficulty away from a simple fixed 3x combo, we can now justify giving players significantly increased base capture odds, which also increases the capture odds gained on each correct answer. Reaching excellent odds will now be possible on Tier 3s. Those who know me well may feel some shivers down their spines that this difficulty has had to move somewhere, right? Continue on, brave reader. Combo system change, new. And actually, before we get into that, so I wasn't here at the start, but what I was told at the start was that you could literally just click, and you had just as much chance of getting as anything else. In this, you can still do that to a degree, but you need a little bit more in it. They didn't like the way they was going, so they've changed it again. So that makes sense. If Tier 1 will be 3, Tier 2 will be 5, and Tier 3 will be 9. Your thought, which is if you already get excellent, like per se, 6 to 9 out in Tier 3 should be good to catch them. Hopefully. Well, you'd like to think if you've got excellent, you're like in very high odds to catch, right? Okay, so combo for Tier 2 and Tier 3 Venari are now randomized per player. Whoa, hold on. Randomized combos for Tier 2 and Tier 3 Venari are now randomized per player. However, the different action ratios for each Venari variant will remain the same. Right, hold on. The different action ratios will remain the same, but the combos are randomized per player. So my actions are going to be different to your actions, which means that if you create data and I create data, it's not going to... How randomized though? Is it going to be like there's 4 different types? Like maybe like if I get all the people with the same random as me and you get all the people as the same random as you, maybe we can still create that? Or is it going to be like literally everyone's random? Maybe there'll be more group-based communities. Maybe it depends on how many randoms it will be. Once you've discovered the correct combo answer, it will always be highlighted in green to help you remember the next encounter. Oh, once you have discovered the correct combo answer, it will always be highlighted in green to help you remember on the next encounter. Once you have discovered the correct combo answer, it will always be highlighted in green to help you remember on the next encounter with that. So the more you encounter it, the more chance of getting it right. So the more... I like this. I like this. This is good. I like this. I do like this. Because before, the reason we had a cheat sheet before was because... How do you remember? It's hard to remember everything. There's so many different. Now you don't need to remember because the game will prompt you. Which also means there's no need for data, right? You don't need to write your data down. Because the cheat sheet is effectively going to be in-game. It will do it for you. I like this. I really do like this. That's going to be interesting. First off, we absolutely love the engagement of the community coming together to share information and create community spreadsheets and guides. However, we felt it appropriate to make Tier 2 and Tier 3 a bit more difficult to capture than simply opening a community cheat sheet and getting the perfect answer. By changing tier 2 and tier 3 combo to be unique per player, we hope that this pushes each player to track their own progress and knowledge. So we're still going to need to track our own progress and knowledge. The new memory combo answer tracking feature will help players remember their combos without requiring a need from out-of-game spreadsheet as well. I like that. However, the community collaboration is still valuable and the ratios of actions will stay fixed regardless. Okay. Well, no, because Cody, you're saying you'll still have to write some things down, but what they're saying is a new memory combo answer tracking feature will help players remember their combo without requiring a need of an out-of-game spreadsheet. So I like that. So you will still be able to collect data, but the data is going to be around the ratio of actions, which will stay fixed. So we'll still have a guild spreadsheet, but that will be around the ratio of actions and not around the combo answers. Example, a tier 2 Venari could have the combo ratio of 2 feed, 1 play, and 2 fight. Yeah? With randomized combos, these could be the combos for 2 different players. Feed, play, feed, fight, fight. Fight, play, feed, fight, feed. Okay. But this will stay the same. So if I get it right, so this is what we'll need to do. So for a tier 2, so let's say we have a tier 2 Calor, all right? And we know that I get it right on 2 feed, 1 play, 2 fight. So then I know it's going to be a 2-1-2. But you don't know what 2-1-2 that could be. Because it might be 2 feed for me. It might be 2 play for you. Or does it mean it's always going to be 2 feed, 1 play, 2 fight? Okay, so once I've identified what it is, that's always the same. It's just the order that will change. Ah, okay. So if I get it right, so let's say I'm player 1 and Cody's player 2, and I go in here and I'm like, okay, feed, play, feed, fight, fight. Yes, I got it right. I'm excellent. Then I can say to Cody, it is 2 feed, 1 play, 2 fight. And then all Cody needs to do is figure out which order they go in. So that means that Cody won't go for free play because he knows only 1 play is required. So if he does play first and gets it wrong, then he knows it's not going to be play first. On the next encounter, he can do play second. That I like. That makes sense. So yes, so we will still be doing spreadsheets, but they'll be different. That makes sense. This is the first time I've read this, by the way. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. So it would now be up to each player to figure out their own strategy to solving their own unique combos rather than relying on a simple answer provided by the community. We look forward to all of the strategies and guides that the community will create to guide our players through this new system before we patch them again and make you change everything. Sorry, they didn't write that. I read that myself. Furthermore, community guides will still be very valuable for newer players, as all of the tier 1 will be kept as fixed combo systems to ensure consistent capture rates across the tier 1s for all levels of players. I think that's fine. Tier 1s aren't going to be valuable, so you'll be able to just keep capturing them. Because it also gives you that low entry barrier into the game. So you need to be onto your tier 2s and tier 3s. Combo system change confirm. Oh, nice. So it's going to be... I like this. I like the fact that it's going to show you... I like this. The action bar has been repurposed to track your combo progress rather than your overall action. Selecting the correct combo answer will always give a green bar regardless of the choice success or fail rate. Hold on. Wait. Selecting the correct combo answer will always give a green bar regardless of the choice's success or fail roll. Okay. Selecting an incorrect combo. So red and green is now simply just are you right or are you not. I was just watching in Twitter, but the lag. Oh, that's why I tried to find you in Twitch. Oh, I'm sorry if there's lag in Twitter. I apologize. I'm on Facebook. So Facebook is Undisputed Noobs. YouTube, Undisputed Noobs. And on Twitch, also we're Undisputed Noobs. Hopefully you found us okay. Yeah, you're in Twitch now. Nice. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. In this example, the player has 2 incorrect and 2 correct combos. Okay. Correctly answering the entire combo, regardless of success-failure rolls, will reward a combo completion bonus to the overall capture odds. Alright. These action bars change are fairly straightforward and serve to clarify the selection of correct combo answers, as well as provide a separate bonus, the combo bonus, that is independent of the RNG involved in each action roll check. Now having the knowledge of the correct combo directly translates to increased capture odds each time you counter that Venari. Perfect. I like that. Is a really good system. That's a really good change. I like that. And hopefully there'll be some distinction now between the prompts and the combos. Because before they were the same. The prompts and the combos were the same. But actually, the prompts and the combos are different. I think a way to make this easier is the prompts would be neutral colors. And the prompt would not tell you if it was good or bad. The prompt would not tell you if it was good or bad. In fact, the color would. If it's green, it's good. If it's red, it's bad. And the prompts don't matter. It's too confusing when you... If you have red and green prompts and red and green combos, I think you're going to start getting confused. That's where the confusion comes from. So I think if we just relate the colors to the combos and the prompts are neutral, I think that would solve that issue. Combo system change. Okay, a new 3-strike rule has been implemented. Selecting 3 incorrect answers will automatically fail the expedition immediately. And the Venari will run away. Oh, get wrecked. A 3-strike rule has been implemented. Selecting 3 incorrect answers will automatically fail that expedition immediately, and the Venari will run away. Okay. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's going to stop people like just jumping on. I mean, this system can still be botted. That's the challenge. This does not solve botting issues. In fact, if anything, it encourages bots more than it did. Because it's just it's now down to a case of, you know, eventually you'll get there. If you wrong answer, you'll get the right answer and you'll progress. You'll just it's now down to a case of eventually you'll get there. I think this is easier for bots than the old system, personally. The 3-strike rule may be a bit daunting at first, but really serves to help slow down the initial accumulation of information. Otherwise, the optimal combo could be solved in 2 to 3 encounters from the same Venari. For most players, we expect you to attempt to capture after the second strike. For most players, we expect you to attempt to capture after spending the second strike, as the third strike will immediately automatically fail and thus give you no chance to capture. Interesting. Our playtest and models were greatly preferred seeing rare Venari more and having more opportunities to learn more. Each time becomes increasingly consistent as catch. I like this. I do. I like it. The mastery felt much more rewarding as players, and we hope that you will feel the same way when progressing. I like this. Feed option change. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. Let me just check the comments. John says, okay, from facing Mika in the last 5 expeditions, EXP and level are worth both 75. The bonus applies only to gold. It's 3 to 3. 1266 gold, and 2 to 3 is 1112 gold. Oh wow, nice. So it's a gold bonus, not an EXP bonus. Okay. It varies at whether it's caught at area 1, 2, or 3. Okay, interesting. Thank you for that. It's good feedback. Feed option changes. Feed now requires the correct preferred bait to be saved as a memory. Feed now requires the correct preferred bait to be saved as the memorized answer. Feed now has slightly higher penalties for bringing a lower tier bait to a higher tier Venari. Conversely, it also now has higher benefits for bringing a higher tier bait to a lower tier. Huh, interesting. We were noticing a lot of players choosing to bring in lower tier baits to higher tier Venaris, slightly nerf those odds, while significantly rewarding those who learn to utilise the preferred baits properly. This means that by utilising multiple bonuses correctly, a feed roll can now hit 100% success rate. Economy balancing changes. Reward gold XP has been increased for capturing tier 1 and 2 in 10 energy locations. Rewards for Golden XP have been increased for capturing Tier 1 and 2 in 25 energy locations. Tier 3 bait price will increase to 1,600 gold. Whoa. We need to stock up. We need to stock up on Tier 3. There will be a new rotating scale added to the Tier 3 baits. Oh, a new rotating sail added to the Tier 3 baits. Tier 2 bait shop now has a limit of 20 of each bait. Tier 3 bait shop has a limit of 3 of each bait. All event baits will ignore these limitations and have a unlimited supply for purchase. Tier 2 and Tier 3 bait shop will have their inventories refreshed daily. I can hear the Hard Rock Nick video already. But these changes were necessary to balance the time duration from 20 to 12 hours for Tier 3 baits, as well as help from some of the hoarding that's occurring with many of these baits. I know that as I say this, many of you are logging in to spend every gold you have on baits for the patch. This is true. I am thinking this right now. Rewards for Tier 2 and Tier 3 locations have been increased for Tier 1 and Tier 2 to offset an easier, faster way to consume energy, albeit for a slightly less gold return, and grinding it out at Tier 1 locations, as well as incentivizing players to capture more higher tier locations. Wow, okay, right. So we literally need to buy as many Tier 3 baits as we can right now. This is so true. I can't even get Tier 3 baits yet. Where'd you get Tier 3 baits from? Tier 1 Earth Antello combos updated, now spawns in additional location and uses a preferred bait as well. Yuki internal ranking for reward has been increased. Yeah, do you know what, Cody? They mentioned it because they're players. They played the game. And that is so important. It's so important that they play the game, because you want developers and you want the people that play the game to love the game, to develop the game, because then they're like you. There's nothing worse than a disconnect between developers and players. We're like, oh, we're going to develop a game, but we have no idea what the game's like. It's important. So, yeah, I love that. It is World 5, isn't it? Yeah. World 7, I think, is the tier... No, World 7, I think, is going to be the Tier 3 rigs. So, yeah, World 5. Okay. Whilst we're still looking at the efficiency, simplicity of the lurking egg farm, we're trying out soft buffs to other potential farms first to entice users to chase other options rather than immediately jump into nerf lurking egg farming. Okay. Alien's expedition will now have its own unique background. Nice. Tetcher's expedition background has been revamped and redone to match the quality of Hyena's new background. Nice. Players can now filter active baits by region. Nice. Players can now filter their Venari inventory by species and constellations. Nice. Scholars can now remove borrowed passes from their settings screen. Nice. A small delay has been added between selecting choices during the expedition to help prevent issues due to spam clicking through expedition. Don't know if I like that one. A small delay has been added between selecting choices during the expedition to help prevent issues due to spam clicking through the expedition. I'm not sure. Don't know if I like that one or not. We'll see. That wraps up my patch rundown notes. I know it was a lot to go over and read, but I hope it gave a lot of information and cleared up a lot of reasoning behind these changes. As always, we'll be looking very carefully at player data after the patch, as well as gathering all your feedback. So make sure to come by the Discord to communicate. All right. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of content to take in, right? But also important. Like important information. So, back to my cheat sheet. Back to my cheat sheet, because I don't know what else I can do at the moment. Apart from that. Let's go back here. I want to go to the city. All right, it says I'm already there. Okay. All right. That is going to be... Hold on. What is it, this one? Okay, so this is like an air. Fight, play, play. Okay. Fight. Play. See, where these at the moment are like red and blue, hopefully they won't be. Nice. All right. That's it at the moment. I think it's just a case of waiting now to see what happens. Obviously, I need to go and get those tier 3 baits. That's going to be my next one. So I do that here. So that is world level 5. And then I need to go and get these baits. So it's level 5 and level 6 is the rigs. Yeah, so level 5 and level 6. So rigs I'm not bothered about because they're not going to make a difference. I need to get to level 5, which I'll do today, and I will spend all of my gold on all of these baits. That's my plan. And I won't be able to afford the rigs. But do you know what? I guess that's just what I need to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that's been useful. I hope it's been valuable for you. In fact, let me go to this one. Hold on. Sorry. I hope that's been useful and valuable for you. And I hope you've enjoyed the kind of the overlook and the deep dive into this game. If you do want to get involved, reach out. Come into the Discord community. It is discord.gg/undisputed noobs. Go to role selection, choose the NFT game, choose Legends of Venari, and you'll see us in there. We talk about it all day, so we're all in there. And yes, we will be bringing scholars into this program as soon as the pass system opens. The few select scholars that are in at the moment are they're getting an advantage, which is great, but we're also going to start building up some information and then sharing that with the other scholars. So yes, very excited for this game. Think it's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Not looking at a return on time invested. So not looking at a return on time invested for at least 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months at least before I look for any return on time invested. So if you are going to play this game, play it because you can think forward, not because you want and need right now, and play it because you enjoy playing it. If you like this type of game, yeah, come and get involved and let me know. It should be good. Now I am going to go and I am going to buy that pass, which hopefully no one's purchased. It looks like it's still on the marketplace. Let me just double check. Yes, it is. It's still on the marketplace. Right, I'm going to go and buy that pass right now. I will speak to you all later. Have a great day. Take care. See you soon.